Hello there, and welcome to another character trailer of Heroes of New Halcyon with Credimented Actual Plays. My name is Caleb Wade, I am the MC of this City of Mist game, and with me is another one of my fantastic players. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Alana Duran, and I am playing Kate. No last name yet.
Yet. We'll see what happens with Kate. What would you like the listeners to know about Kate going in?
Kate is the middle child of this group. And with that comes all the problems of being the middle child. But as far as her powers go, she can hear the thoughts of other people and has some telepathic abilities that she is not entirely in charge of herself, put it that way. So she left home, or was forced to leave home, and
Perhaps
has
up in the air. No, she was forced to leave home.
And she has been spending the last 5-6 years just literally out in the cold world of Iceland. And
see, that's the funny thing. I've heard that Iceland and Greenland, the names are actually opposite of each other.
They are absolutely opposite of each other, but Iceland still gets freezing in the winter.
Very fair. Okay. And it is coming across. It's coming on to fall.
Yes.
So Kate has spent several years in Iceland alone, and that's where we'll pick up. As I imagine we see this beautiful lakeside cabin with this sort of like winding path up to it. This very modest, very tiny car driving up. It stops like right outside the cabin in this idyllic setting. And out steps Kate. Would you like to describe what Kate looks like to the listeners?
Sure. So Kate is a 24-year-old white woman. She's got dark, straight black hair, just cut off at her chin. A very nice bob, especially for being out in the wilderness. She's kept it tight. Kate is about 5'7", 5'8", a little on the taller side. And one would maybe call her gaunt. Not necessarily because she hasn't been eating or she's unwell, but she seems haunted. So her movements aren't exactly confident. And she seems to be not necessarily of a timid nature, but certainly does not want to be noticed. So as she walks into the house, we see her kind of confidence grow a little bit because she's like, oh, I can finally get home. I can hide away.
I'm alone. Yeah.
I'm alone at last.
So Kate steps into this modern and modest cabin. Clearly there has been some work done over the years, and Kate sort of like made this her home. Has Wi-Fi and everything.
Lots of books, for sure.
Indeed, lots of books.
I mean, Iceland is like 96 or 99% literate, so lots of books.
Just this huge shelf of books, maybe one or two on the coffee table, and as Kate is putting away the groceries and whatnot, she hears a faint buzzing. Like a faint vibration.
Which, considering she's alone and really doesn't even have a landline, because
a little concerning.
Now she's 80.
Children, do you remember landlines?
So it takes her a second to realize, I'm still by myself. What is that? And she looks across the living room, dining room. What do we call those? Family rooms? I never know.
Like, let's say family room.
Yeah. So she looks across the
It
family
depends on
room.
your tax bracket. It's either a living room or a family room. It depends on your tax bracket.
That's very true. Oh, she looks across the sitting room too. Just this very like mid-century modern. Oh, holy crap! What are they called? Like a set of drawers.
Drawers. There we go. Yes.
So she looks across this mid-century set of drawers, and walks kind of slowly, almost suspiciously towards it, and opens not even the top drawer, like the third drawer down, to find a little flip phone. And the light on the top of it says new message. It has to be a flip phone, right?
I would also wager a guess a smartphone.
That's true. Could be I don't know.
I mean, Althea was a billionaire.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Maybe the model is a little outdated by a few years, but it still works.
It's an iPhone 5.
Yeah, it's an iPhone 5.
Yeah. There we go. I don't know. I mean, no shade to anybody who's still working.
The choices we're making in the club tonight. Hey, iPhone users, Android users in the club, we're all fam. Anyway. So, on this iPod Nano.
Hey, I was rocking a Samsung Galaxy 5 until like a month ago. So that's a 5-year-old phone. 8-year-old phone? Oh my gosh. I don't know.
It just depends. So on this iPhone 5, you see not a new message, but the screen does come alight. The screen comes alight for a moment. It is like a black screen with the symbol of an owl on it. And as Kate sort of like picks up the phone, going like, "What?" The words "Featherfall Protocol activated" appear on the screen before a video of Althea looking at the camera. If you are receiving this message, well, I suppose you know what it means. I have made many mistakes over the 14 years I was the hero of Halcyon City. There were lives that I changed, people that I hurt, and people I put my faith in. Over the years, those people have left, and I understood every time. But that does not mean that New Halcyon City doesn't need protectors. If you all return in your own ways, know that this city will not support you like it did. It has changed. The HCPD has gathered more strength and more influence than we have ever foreseen. And if you choose to stay and fight, don't do it for me. Don't do it for my memory. Do it for the people we swore to protect. You were there for me when I asked you to be. And I'm asking again. The message ends, and the screen goes to normal with a new message from Constance Sinclair, saying, "We need to talk."
Shit.
What is Kate feeling in this moment?
Shit.
Very fair.
Kate is... it's overwhelming. She hasn't seen Althea, I mean, who really is like a surrogate mother to her, and in years, she hasn't heard from her in years.
Hasn't heard from any of the old crew in years.
No one. I there's a certain amount of serenity that comes from finding your own footing on your own, away from your family, whether that is your adopted family or your real family. And Kate has spent all this time away from New Halcyon trying to find the right pair of shoes, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I think, not to correct you, but I think Kate still refers to it as Halcyon City. I don't think she knows.
Oh. Do you want me to retake that?
No.
Oh,
We
okay.
keep going. Like,
okay.
We don't have to. Like, ooh. Just the Zoom call is just madness.
So sorry.
No, don't apologize, because, like, I think that Kate doesn't know. Like, I think Kate, like, would, like, refer to it as, like, and, like, I don't think she knows about the sweeping changes. I don't think she knows about, like, I mean, she's been gone for, like, at least 6 years.
Okay.
So seeing this message out of the blue, and then a message from Constance from today saying, we need to talk. What does Kate do?
Kate is one of her things in being out here has been forcing herself not to rush into things, because knowing what she does as a telepath, she feels like she is 5-6 steps ahead of everybody else. So I feel like she would probably throw the phone in the drawer and slam the drawer shut.
Mm-hmm.
And just try to make us, try to do the centering breath, do the little circle breath, and, put her therapy to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably scream. Just, go put the groceries away. You have to get the milk in the fridge. You can't let anything go to waste.
I can't do this right now.
I cannot do this right now.
And if I may...
Yes, of course.
I think as Kate screams, I think the audience sees this. I have to ask you, what color do you associate with Kate?
Purple. Like a dark berry purple.
I think as she just lets out this scream of just letting something out before it consumes her, the tiniest flicker of purple, dark berry purple psionic energy shakes the milk carton.
Yay!
Not that she notices.
Not that she notices. I'm so sorry that my reaction was, ooh!
Powers, yay! Ooh!
Pretty!
Yay! Superheroes, yay! Oh, listener, it is late. But we have fun here. So Kate goes through the process of putting the groceries up, making sure everything is in place. And then I think we see her gaze just go back to that third drawer for just a second.
Oh, yes. I feel like she would keep putting things away, look over her shoulder, almost like something stalking her,
Mm-hmm.
Because it isn't just a call. It's her whole other life coming back. This haunting presence that not only has she been sent halfway across the world away from,
Mm-hmm.
but her whole soul has been trying to run
And
for
to
5
move
years.
on.
And hopefully. I feel like
And then
the
Faye's
past
just
is-
like, hey, girl.
What's up? Long time no see. It's like getting that message from the girl in high school that's like, "Hi, I'm selling LuLaRoe now." But remember, we were like BFFs. We shared like the locker. We didn't share a locker. Lockers were like 5 away from each other. It's like
Stacey, you never talked to me in high school. What do you mean, Beatrice?
that. Yeah.
You're in Colorado, Hannah? Just like, I wonder what Tiffany's... Oh.
Yeah.
Full multi-level marketing schemes. Gotcha.
Yes. The worst kind of past come to bite you in the ass.
So I like to think that we see a few hours pass. Some tea is made, just a bit of that calming, this calming ritual that Kate provides for herself. What does that look like other than tea?
I have a feeling she got very into. I think is it called hookah? The
Hello, everybody. This is Editing Caleb. In this moment, I thought Alana said hookah instead of huga. That's my fault. So that's why I laughed. All right, back to the podcast.
the lifestyle of like comfort. But yeah, big comfy blanket. It's definitely sweater weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost parka weather. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But it is probably her just curled up on the couch with the tea and this blanket and trying very desperately to
Not
read.
to think about that phone.
Don't think about that phone. Oh, here's a steamy romance. Can't get into that. Here's a police procedural. Can't get into that book. Just, and I think maybe
Let me try the steamy romance. Nope.
Yeah.
Here's a pirate romance. Nope, not even if it's queer. Darn it. I can't focus.
Oh,
Captain Elizabeth Cromwell, you failed me again.
yes. Oh, how big was her booty? Oh God, I can't even figure that out. Anyway.
What do you mean they weren't talking about treasure? I know they weren't talking about treasure. Darn it! And just throw the book.
So as the carnage of her library is thrown across the room from her, I think.
What do you mean I don't have the series of unfortunate events? Darn it!
My life is a series of unfortunate events.
You think you have it bad, Violet Beauregard?
Oh Lord, it is late.
It is. Oh.
Yeah, I think she just ends up kind of just cloaked and huddled in this big blanket, and the tea in her hands is the cup is still mostly full, and the tea has gone cold. And it's getting dark out, and she's still just focused on that drawer.
And I think the full moon rises and moonbeams sort of just like hit that drawer.
Oh. Oh, let's throw as many like signs of fate as we can in there. Full moon. Let's have a wolf howling in the background.
I just imagine Kate looking at the movie and is like, "Oh, fuck you. Screw this."
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe, as she's sitting there like, I gotta do this. It's just a phone. It's nothing to be scared of. Mm-hmm. Maybe it starts buzzing again.
I think it does. I think it does start buzzing again.
And that is the impetus to get her off the couch and just approach the drawer like an actual adult. You would, just very politely. Is that the word I would use? Very...
In a determined manner.
In a determined manner, yes. She opens the drawer, picks up the phone, and
I think that last buzzing was a news alert.
Oh. What does the news alert say?
Billionaire and social justice champion Althea Toombs found dead in her home.
I mean, when you get that message sent out, right? I mean,
You
we
know,
all
but
knew.
you know, but it's like that little bit grounds it in reality.
Yeah. That last little bit of hope kind of dies.
Excuse me, I have to flip a coin real quick.
Oh, God. That is terrifying.
Because this next bit, and I'm keeping my thought process in. Perhaps Kate knows something that the others don't. So, heads will be one result, tails will be another. Here we go.
Okay, I'm crossing my fingers.
As you start to read the article, you notice something rather peculiar. Althea Toombs is survived by her partner of 10 years, Constance Sinclair, and adoptive son, Fern.
What? Who the hell? What?
Oops. An adoptive son, Fern Clark.
Kate's never heard of a Fern.
There was not a Fern when you left.
No. There was a Conchana, but not a Fern. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Who doesn't like being replaced? That's fantastic.
Ooh.
Freaking great.
And I think the age beside Fern is 18.
Okay. So, yeah.
And Kate would know that Althea took people into her home, like helped them, like even without like the heroism, like the vigilantism, like made sure they had better lives, right?
Oh, sure, but son.
Adoption's a little, it hits a little different, doesn't it?
Yeah. And more than that, if he is 18, that was about the same age that Kate left. And I think, when you have really intense trauma, right, part of your brain just sticks at that age.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely that 18-year-old that was hurt and just felt so sad that she had to leave home. That she lost her home again. Ooh, rearing her head and just screaming. Oh. I'm just a player. I'm feeling that in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But, ooh.
Yep.
Good Lord.
So when is Kate going to book the flight back? Or a better question would be, does Kate book the flight in anger, trying to find answers? Because I think Kate knows that Constance wants to talk.
Mm-hmm. Constance, that press release is very specifically worded, right?
Partner.
It's very much a call out. So yeah.
And I think Kate would notice, wait a second, not wife, partner.
They were together how long?
A decade.
Yeah. So they never made it official. And I think Kate would know Althea would probably never have identified Constance as her partner.
I think she did publicly.
Yeah?
She did publicly.
Okay.
Because Constance is running the Althea Toons Foundation of Social Justice. Like people know that Constance is her partner.
But not her partner.
Mm.
I see.
There was no news report of billionaire Althea Toombs gets married to blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
her partner, but not her partner.
Yes. And, maybe Kate has had spurts over the years where she's turned on the phone, turned off the phone, and eventually just kind of left it plugged in the back of that drawer. So, I think part of her mind is thinking, okay, maybe they made it official, maybe they didn't. But her gut feeling is something's off here.
Mm-hmm. And as you're going through the article and apparently the story is that an unknown assailant broke into her home. And there was gunfire. And maybe Kate's thinking, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Althea was the owl. How are you going to break into her home?
Even with all of the security and extra protection that she had set up, understandably, because she's the owl, she's the freaking owl.
Owl, yeah.
You catch her, even if you catch her asleep, there's going to be repercussions for you as the idiot that decides to attack her.
Mm-hmm. So, I imagine the scene where it's just Kate scrolling on her phone, the dots are connecting. Something doesn't feel right about this, especially with the message with the Featherfall protocol.
Absolutely. So I don't think that maybe she would book a flight in anger, but certainly. I don't know. I feel like maybe she would leave it for the night. Not sleep. Just kind of lay there and try and connect those dots.
And so, the mental red string board?
Yes, exactly. And until she finally just gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and makes, uses the credit card that was given to her for emergencies only. And makes the call to go back to Halcyon City. And I don't think that she would contact anyone before she left. I think she'd want to kind of slide in under the radar.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I think Kate would notice the plane is boarding towards New Halcyon City.
Ooh. I think there might be part of her that's like, oh, maybe it's just a new airport.
Yes. Oh, they finally got an airport. Fantastic.
Yeah, great. We don't have to fly, we don't have to take little puddle jumper planes.
Yeah.
Into the nearby airfield. We got a real airport.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And as Kate flies into New Halcyon City, she realizes that the entire aesthetic of the city has been changed. It's very clean. It's very white buildings with tall skyscrapers and pops of color here and there. It's not the colorful yet maybe a little dangerous, a little exciting place that it was. Changes happened while she was gone.
I think so. Kate grabs an Uber. Actually, you know what? Uber's really only become big in the last 5 years, so maybe she waits for a taxi, then realizes she has to get an Uber, or she catches the bus into town because there's no taxis. So she really gets kind of that circuitous tour of the town because she has to take the bus.
Yeah. And I think during this tour of the town, she sees Umber Plaza, which hasn't changed. And maybe that's a comfort to her.
Oh, for sure.
She sees the Leviathan Dockyard. She sees Bobble Falls, which, that's interesting. That's kind of new. She sees I like to think Kate also gets in late.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
near the evening. So she sees the glittering lights and beauty of Diamond Hill.
Oh, I think maybe that's where that little lump in her stomach kind of finally takes hold. It's like, this isn't where I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is really wrong. This is not my home.
This is not the city I'm used to.
Yeah.
And as the bus drops you off near the Cerezi Theater, I like to think Kate sort of feels like, as she's sort of like maybe walking or pondering her next moves, she sort of feels like the faint thoughts of everyone around her.
I would even argue that they are loud thoughts because she has been really in the wilderness for years at this point. She's not used to this hustle and bustle. And part of how she has handled this in the past and had this, this flow of voices in her brain that she can't stop is that she would wear headphones and play music and try and block everything out. But because she's been gone for so long, her headphones don't work anymore. Like one of the speakers is kind of weird, and she finally just takes them off and puts them into a trash bin on the sidewalk and just listens. She doesn't have a choice.
And as she listens, I think she hears a voice that's clearer than most, and it's a little weird. Because I don't think she's heard a clear voice like that since she was betrayed. It doesn't feel exactly the same, but you know the voice of a telepath.
Oof.
And I think you hear just nearby someone going, her mind's like static.
Oh, okay.
Do you turn
Kate.
towards the voice?
I mean, she has to. It's intriguing. I mean, telepaths are so rare, and the person that Kate was betrayed by before had this voice that kind of, it was slithery and it kind of wrapped itself around you, whereas this feels, oh, you are respecting my boundary. So I think that alone is going to make her feel safe enough to turn and look.
And you see this this black woman who's around like 5'7", decked out in like this very like how can I describe her style? It's all black. It's this corseted dress
Okay.
with this sort of like violet like bolero like shrug that's sort of like lacy and like has sort of like bell sleeves. Clear aesthetic. And the aesthetic is purple and black. Her hair is like big and curly, and it's like it comes like to like her mid back with two violently purple streaks like framing her face. Dark eyes look back at you, and you meet eyes for just a moment. And she sort of like tilts her head And her brown, and you blink, and where her eyes were brown, you see them for their true color, which is like this very like royal purple. She sort of tilts her head and her eyes sort of illuminate with a purple that's brighter than yours. And a little smirk plays on her black painted lips. Before she sort of looks to Kate's left and right and then sort of gestures with her head towards an alleyway. Before walking down it.
Ooh. Ooh, I
like-
got chills.
It's like, that's intense.
Yeah.
Kate's like, whoo.
Well, I mean, Kate is loaded down with bags. I mean, she's just come from a whole other country and doesn't know how long she's going to stay here. So it takes a second. And her suitcase gets caught on the sidewalk a couple times, but she makes it to that alleyway and is like, oh. I mean, I feel the voice is fine, but now... Oh, boy. I made a stupid mistake. It's that feeling that we all have walking to our cars late at night, and we did not park under a street lamp.
That feeling of like, do I need a key in between my fingers right now?
Yes.
And as Kate walks, I think Kate makes a few steps before she sees this woman, like sort of like leaning against the wall. You're not new, are you?
I'm definitely older than this town is now.
Interesting answer. Not many telepaths. Oh, sorry. Not many... Fuck it. You probably heard my voice, didn't you?
You weren't exactly quiet.
Wasn't trying to be. Your head is like TV static, though.
Yeah. I don't know how to fix that, but that's why I left town. It's a loud town, and it's a loud TV.
Celeste.
Kate. Nice
Lovely
to meet you.
you, Kate.
Ooh.
Focus on a color.
All right.
You got it in your head?
I think so. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Close your eyes and imagine this whole city in that color. And as Kate does, I think the voices start to fade a little bit. They start to get a little quieter. That helps?
How? I feel like I can,
Hear yourself think?
for the first time.
Yeah, well, I've been at this for a bit. And frankly, and don't take this the wrong way, your mental walls are like jelly.
No, and I've heard that before. No idea what to do about it.
Well, it takes time. Not saying you need my help, but if you want, I could teach you.
That is very kind of you, but I have some things to do.
Just not the first time, huh?
No.
Completely understand.
I appreciate the offer. I I know I have a lot of work to do.
You
But
okay?
I just got into town. I don't even know where I'm sleeping tonight. And I haven't I haven't had anything to do with another telepath in 6 years and 3 months and 26 days.
Like I said, completely understandable, because it seems that you got a bit there.
Just
And
just a
I
hint.
won't ask.
Thank you. You're not gonna...
No. I could, but that's not fair.
Thank you.
We hear everyone's voices anyway. Not gonna go peeking unless I need to. And hey, if you say no, then no.
I think Kate would feel this. She's been wearing this cloak of just
This
fear.
trauma parka.
Yeah, trauma parka. I love it. She's been wearing this trauma parka for so long, and then to be in the presence of warmth and understanding from a complete stranger. I mean, how liberating. Maybe she can't take off the parka yet, but I mean, she's definitely starting to get
It's
warm.
unzipped a little.
Just a bit. Takes the hood off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celeste, right?
Yeah.
I haven't been here in a while. But I'd love to get to know you better. And there used to be this great little coffee shop.
Cohen's?
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex works there.
Oh, well, we don't have to go there if your ex is there.
No,
But
I'm cool with Allison. It's not big.
Great. Well, I mean, would you... it's late and I really should. God, I should have called somebody before I came into town.
I'm guessing this is a big thing for you then.
Yeah, you know how things with family go.
Family. Yeah, I have got plenty of stories about that.
Well, can I buy you a cup? And we can talk a little more?
I'll buy you a muffin. Come on.
Sweet.
And as you both walk to Cohen's, I think Kate's phone buzzes once more. But maybe she doesn't look at it.
I think, yeah. I think maybe her hand goes for it reflexively in her pocket and just don't need it. My mental boundaries are like jelly already. I don't need that in my physical world too.
Mm-hmm. So, how long have you, been able to hear other people?
Gosh. I think since I was about 13, 14. Maybe before then, but there's so many parts of my life that my brain has just decided to block out because there's just too much running through it at all the time. And I mean, you know how it is.
No, trust me, I do.
And at points it just gets easier to lie to yourself than than deal with how things really are. And I mean, we're lucky in that it's a lot easier for us to change those
Sometimes.
memories. Yeah.
If we want to.
If we want to.
I think you get to Cohen's and Celeste walks in and you see this sort of like bubbly, like brunette, like with sort of like curly hair, just in a messy bun. And she immediately lights up and goes, Celeste, hey! Hey, Allison. Corner booth available? Yeah, go ahead. We're about to close in like 30 minutes or so, but I mean, just take whatever time you need. I'm closing. And Celeste just goes, and and
good old finger guns. I love it.
Good old finger guns. And Celeste leads you to like this corner booth where you can sort of put all your luggage down. And you get your coffees, and Celeste orders a muffin for you, and a turnover for herself. I mean, if you don't got a place, I'm nearby. You can crash on my couch.
I might have to take you up on that, but
Because the nearest hotels are in Bubble Falls and Diamond Hill. And you don't want to go to the Gemstone Motel, trust me.
I have a feeling that I have a feeling someone's waiting for me to call them or text them. But I might take you up on that. If I should make this call, I think.
I mean, if you gotta, you gotta.
Yeah.
Take the time you need.
I've never not been able to know what to do next like this. I don't know.
You don't know what it's like not being 6 steps ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing about being 6 steps ahead is that we often overlook the details of what we should be focusing on in the present. And the future we want is usually less influenced by us doing what we want and more influence of doing what we're not. I like to think that's the phone buzzing like in the background.
I mean, let's use it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
It's prop work. It's fine. It's prop work.
Let me check this.
Okay.
Let me see what it is.
I think it's Minerva.
Okay.
It's a text that says, "Hey, if you have the space to, can we talk?" And maybe Kate just goes, "Ooh," just puts the phone down.
I mean, Minnie and I have always been the closest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, she's so good to ask if I have the space, and I do not have the bandwidth right now. Love her, but I do not have the bandwidth right now. So that phone's getting pushed back. That's
Right
just
into the
gonna get
pocket.
Yep.
Back into the pocket.
Bye-bye. Yeah, so, couch still available?
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet.
Hell, I even got a TV if you want to chill on. If you want to watch Netflix or some shit.
Oh. Oh, uh, oh my gosh.
And
I
Allison
don't-
and Allison's just like, yeah, on my account. You are a kind and forgiving Saint, Allison, and I will never forget that. Yeah, just pay for your coffee.
You two have such a cute not relationship.
Oh,
Cute.
thanks.
Yeah. Uh,
I
yeah.
think
Oh,
we just work better as friends. Yeah, and sometimes you just do.
yeah. I gotta tell you right now, I haven't watched TV in like 5 years, so I'm very excited.
You see Allison's eyes widen. You haven't heard of the Great British Bake Off?
Sorry? With the
And then you see Allison turn to Celeste, and Celeste's like, no. Come on, movie night, come on. You have to work tomorrow. And I'll do double shot espresso. It's fine. You have therapy tomorrow, and Dr. Walker will be fine. And that name hits you.
uh Dr. Walker?
Yeah.
Uh,
You remember Dr. Walker as the therapist you were seeing in town before you were...
yeah.
And Dr. Walker knew about the owl, about you, about your merry little band, and was completely cool with it.
And Dr. Walker also had a hand in Kate going away. A consultation, let's say. Maybe.
Perhaps. Maybe that's something Kate needs to confront.
That's just what Dr. Walker would want.
if Dr. Walker had a hand in it at all. Maybe that's something that Kate's just like, did they? They couldn't have. Did they? But come on, sleepover. I mean, you have an air fryer. I can make snacks.
An air fryer?
Oh my god, you don't know what an air fryer is. Oh my god, we need to educate our friend...
Oh, Kate.
About media and snacks and technology. Allison, please. Like, have you been hitting coffee, or how else do you think I can keep up this peppiness with customer service? Come on, C, please. Please, CC, please. You're using CC. That's not fair. That's not fair, Allie. You're using your nickname for me. Please. Are you cool with a sleepover?
I mean, yes, I would love. Oh my gosh, yes, let's do it. That sounds so much fun. I haven't had another person in my house for years. This is gonna be so much fun. I think. Is that okay? That's okay, right?
We won't talk about boys or paint each other's nails. We may paint your nails, but
yeah, they're pretty ragged. I mean,
I can fix those up.
Ooh, thank you.
YouTube tutorials do not make you a cosmetologist. As Allison goes to...
I like Allison. She's sassy.
As Allison finishes up, and let's say we end this trailer with Kate finding some people, maybe her people. As you all chill out on the couch, have fun. Allison somehow has made mini apple pies in an air fryer.
It's magical. How does air fry things? Who knew? I think Kate gets like this very bubbly, like the impression of Allison when she closes her eyes is just this big burst of pink and like sparkles and flowers.
Funny enough, when you imagine Allison's sort of like energy. It's very pastel blue. It's
Oh.
pastel blue. It's maybe a little white here and there. And as you're just like, yeah, Allison's the best, you see this tiny hint of red, black, and gold.
Oof.
But then you're distracted by apple pies.
And Netflix, Great British Bake Off. Oh my gosh. Who? Oh,
It's like, they're so nice. They're so nice
they're
while they're
so
baking.
nice.
And I think that's where we will call this character trailer for Kate, as she has returned to New Halcyon City. Thank you so much for listening. I have been Caleb Wade, your MC for the City of Mist game. And with me has been the fantastic Alana. Would you like to, do you have anything to plug or?
My Twitter is at Seraphim Falls with a C instead of an S. And I just tweet about board games and weird stuff that I find. Because why not?
If you'd like to follow the development of Heroes of New Halcyon, as well as future shows and projects for Creme Demented Actual Plays, feel free to follow us on Twitter at crema_demented, that is CREME_DEMENTED. And until next time, snuggle up on the couch, start up Netflix, watch the Great British Bake Off, have a nice time.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this character trailer for Heroes of New Halcyon, a City of Mist game. This trailer was produced, edited, and emceed by Caleb Wade. The player behind Kate was Alana Wolfgang Duran. Links to where you can find them will be in the description below. The programs used in the making of this trailer were Zoom and Audacity, with sound effects and music from Epidemic Sound. If you enjoyed this trailer, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on your podcatcher of choice, and keep your head on a swivel for the next episode. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.